Luke, and now you're under my control.
Oh my God!
It's your day. He brings you the world, the stars and the songs. Mike makes your day. He does what you like to and takes you along. Mike makes your day.
I bet you didn't think we'd be back this soon. How you doing, Jules?
Hey.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's up? Jules in the house. This is going to be a very...
We got a lot to do here today.
Should we do the
kind
Ally Alexander thing?
Sure. Do you want to do that? Yeah. So what's so cool about our show is everybody we've ever been involved with turns out to get like busted for like sexual assault or a crime or a, you know, they get canceled in big, big ways. Like, who are some examples of that? You know, we've had Salvo, of course. He went down for some indiscretions. Helamark Harley called in to the show. And we very rarely ever have people call in. So, for instance, years and years ago, we had a guy named Andrew Tate call in. Look what happened to him. This was way before any controversies. Andrew Tate was on our phone. And remember, these are the only people that have been on the show via the TV. So, Andrew Tate, Ally Alexander, Piranha, Salvo never was on the screen, but Helamark Harley. And they've all gone down to Chinatown for something real bad. And Ally Alexander is the next one. I've been alerted. Ally Alexander, he created Stop the Steal. You remember this guy? Maybe we could get a nice picture of him. We named him Piranha. Now, Ally Alexander was a fan of this show, Redbar. I was so interested in him. He was friends with another fan of the show named Lucian Wintrich, really crazy right-wing gay from New York City.
I miss him.
The first time I met Lucian Wintrich was at a Redbar event in New York City, and he immediately started crushing up Adderalls at the counter at the bar and insisting that we all snort it.
Me and him had a blast then.
Yeah, he's a great New York snarky gay. He's actually pretty incredible.
I would like to spend the weekend with him again.
But yeah, watch your fucking back when you're around this guy. You know, he would, you know, I don't know. But very cool guy. At the same time, one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. Now, Ally Alexander is friends with Lucian Wintrich, so I guess Lucian introduces Ally, Piranha, Ollie, to the show, and Piranha starts liking it. And I forget how this happened, but we had Piranha Skype in and just ask him questions because he was doing all this stuff with politics. What was he doing back then? You know, when he was on this show that got our interest. What was he up to back then? He was doing something big. He was going to the White House all the time.
I think that Trump had this like social media thing.
Conference that he was invited to.
All these people to, but I don't know if that had anything to do with our call with him.
Anyway, we talked to him. He's like a big fan, and I told him how scary he was and all this stuff. Anyway, Ally goes on to become friends with somebody else, Kanye West. Now, what was Ollie's involvement with Kanye West? Remember, wasn't he on his council? Remember when Kanye West all of a sudden showed up with Nick Fuentes and Milo?
Yes.
Ally was involved. Is it, what? How do you say it again? Ollie.
You can
Ollie. O-L-I would help me out.
O-L-L-Y.
Ollie. Like a skateboard trick. Now, his real name is Ali Akbar. I'm not kidding. I couldn't believe it when he told me that. I go, oh, yeah,
Frank Ocean changed the Ali Akbar.
Ooh, Ali Akbar. Instead of that, he said, God is
good, which I guess is what it means.
Way better. I don't like that Frank Ocean part where he says Ali Akbar. To me, I come from a world, I come from a world where 9/11 is king and a day where terrorists were bad. You know, sue me. And back then, Ali Akbar meant something's going to blow. Something's going to blow up. It's a suicide bomber. They're coming. So that word to me is what is shouted before a lot of deaths.
Yeah, so it's great in the song. It makes you go, whoa.
No, I don't want that in a song.
God is good
no.
in every song.
Frank Ocean took it out of the song for his first performance at Coachella. Okay. Ellie Alexander goes on to work with Trump. But with Kanye West. Which is, again, I got a guy on my show. He's a Red Bar fan. He's this crazy piranha. Did we get a picture of him yet?
Yeah, I sent you some options.
Great,
He's got too many good ones to pick from.
And his real name is Ali Akbar, which, again, you guys know him. I mean, here is Piranha.
He's famous
And
now.
for a while, Piranha follows me. I follow him on Instagram back then. And for a while, do you guys remember? Every time we do a live show, I would promote it using his pictures. Like I would download a picture of his like this, and then it would say, live show today at 9 p.m. And he messaged me once. He's like, why do you use me for all those promotions? And I'm like, it's just funny. I can't really explain it. And I didn't even think how crazy that was. For like 20 weeks in a row, I used his picture to promote the show just because, to me, this is the funniest looking thing you could ever look at. I mean, look at this guy. Now, we named him Piranha. We nicknamed him Piranha because of the viciousness of his face, of course. I mean, there's nobody more vicious than this. And when he turns to the side, you'll see what I'm saying. He gets very piranhic. Okay, you can see how that's like imagine like 800 of these swimming towards you. You're on a raft. You're like, fuck. So we told him that too. He was on the show. We go, you know what? Your nickname is Piranha. And he was very, look at this. I mean, that's almost like you're trying to show me. I mean, look at that Piranha. Now, he created, you're not going to believe this, he created the Stop the Steal movement, or he's one of the big heads of it. He is one of the main reasons, I guess, allegedly, why the indiscretion happened at the Capitol. Remember that? When they simply toured the Capitol. Remember that? He was like behind it. And so he's been everywhere on Kanye West's 2024 campaign. Stop the Steal. He's in the news all the time, but he's in the news today for some horrible, horrible reasons. And I am left at another crossroads. So let's see what he's done. Another guy, every week almost, somebody we know is now in the news. So let's see what he's done here today. Is that an up next here? Yeah, Ali Alexander. Should we start with the article?
Yes.
All right, here you go. This is from The Daily Beast. Very, very disturbing. You can give me some background music here, some of that background.
Yes.
Stop the Steal organizer apologizes after being accused of asking teen boys for dick pics. Uh-oh. This is the headline. Look at this. Watch. Oh, yeah, a little bit of that. Here's the headline. Stop the Steal organizer apologizes after being accused of asking teen boys for dick pics. I apologize for any inappropriate messages sent over the years. Ally Alexander, an ally of former President Trump, and white nationalist Nick Fuentes. Wow, look at that.
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
Oh, and out. Sephora. Oh, savings. Remember me to re-click that for those savings. So, let's show you this. This was posted. Milo posted this. Don't we have a video clip of Ally on this show that Milo has used against him from just last week? And then I'll get back into this article. Where's that going to be?
I'll put it next up.
Great. Next up. Check this out. I was actually used as a pawn during this whole thing here, which is very interesting. Let me see if I can find it. Milo tries to destroy Piranha with a Red Bar clip. Watch this. You're going to die. We'll bring it over to Facebook right now. The Yay 24 campaign team's implosion will not stop. Milo continues his campaign to destroy Piranha with a Red Bar clip. So here's Milo's telegram, right? And he says, I should read this, right? A guy and a guy, it's awesome. In this relentlessly unearthed clip, Ally Alexander admits to kissing and fantasizing about men and says his mother once found his stash of gay porn and cried, I'm a great kisser. I kissed a guy last night. Nick Fuentes is top guy, by the way. So Milo posted this, and here's the clip that Milo posted. I'm in it. Check this out. Now, I believe you're pretending to be bi. I mean, thinking about you making out with a guy is one of the most sickening things I could ever dream of. So it can't be true.
I'm a great kisser.
You've kissed a guy.
Yeah, I
Holy fuck! And have they lived to tell about this?
They have lived to tell about it.
Have you?
I got game. And what I'll tell you is that power and influence is an aphrodisiac. Now, I'm not me tooing anybody.
Yeah.
But you know, people are attracted to confidence and influence and power and knowing thyself. And what I will say is that, look, I grew up actually very homophobic. I actually believe.
Nice.
I won't even say what I believe. But I also don't believe. I believe 90% of the stuff about repression and all this. I mean, it's such mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
It's stupid. So I don't think, I was secretly trying to find myself. I think what happened is, my mom found my porn and she was pissed. She cried. I only had a female figure. I didn't have a male I looked up to.
Thank God.
Coupled with, I'm not going to say his name, but in 8th grade, this is the first time I've ever told this story.
Wow.
So, publicly. And, drunk parties, I tell it all the time. But But this guy on the soccer team gave me a compliment that was very erotic.
Wow.
And I was like, that's weird. And I was like, how could a guy like another guy? And I was like, well, I think he's cool. I'm cool. So it was like, what's interesting is I think that we don't talk enough about this.
I'm going to have to cut you off here. I'm nauseated from all this. A guy and a guy. Sorry, not my thing.
It's awesome.
I'll ask you this. Would you ever screw around with me at a party? We get drunk. We do.
Probably not. I'm not into
of course.
tags.
There's every fucking game. Okay, then the clip ends. That was a Milo's telegram and now being used in the indictment against Piranha for sexting with teen boys. Let's go back to that article.
He didn't even admit to anything other than being gay.
I don't think they had him admitting that anywhere else but on Redbar.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping. That would make the story incredible, right? Stop the Steal organizer. Apologize after being accused of asking teen boys for dick pics. A key figure in the pro-Trump Stop the Steal campaign has apologized after being accused of asking teenage boys for sexual pictures. L.A. Alexander has become one of the most ubiquitous figures in the MAGA movement. Trump himself reportedly requested that Alexander speak at his rally before the riot, with his appearance only squashed by a last-minute intervention from Trump's aides. But this week, Alexander stands at the center of a scandal that raises questions about how powerful men in the far right treat their younger. Some word. Okay, so what are the highlights here? What are the big exposes?
Go to under where it says, "Who will be my arm candy?"
Okay, look at this. Who will be my arm candy? In 2017, Aiden Duncan, a 15-year-old boy in Colorado interested in right-wing politics, sent Alexander nude pictures after the MAGA activists asked him for them. According to an account Duncan gave in March. Okay, while Duncan was a high school sophomore, just starting out in politics, Alexander was a 32-year-old with a decade of political work for the Republican Party behind him. And now he's willing to share his connections that he had through work with Duncan, as long as the teenager met certain preconditions, including secrecy.
Scroll a little farther.
Yeah.
More. And then the first paragraph after that little ad or whatever.
Okay. But in his messages to Duncan, according to the screenshots, there was one name Alexander dangled as a perk for the teenager if he kept up contact with Alexander: Milo Yiannopoulos. In a September 4th exchange about an upcoming trip Piranha was planning, Piranha told Duncan he would introduce the teenager to Milo and speculated about whether the boy would be Piranha's arm candy and suggested the boy would have to be entertaining. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Rolling with me, Piranha wrote, according to the message. Mostly I'll have an entourage. Depends, huh? Depends. If it's me babysitting you during the day, then no. I don't have kids. If it's something more entertaining, then maybe. All depends on what we're up to. No matter what, I'll let you meet Milo. There's probably 5 people I'll introduce to him. But who will be my arm candy? The one with me, always in VIP, and in, out. Well, that's not to be determined by the boy who plays his cards the most... Well, that's to be determined by the boy who plays his cards the most correct. Wow. So he's trying to get dick
Other
pics.
screenshots show Duncan selling Alexander a picture. Anyways, that's one of the guy's stories, and then there's like two more just like that.
Hold on. Let's see. Do we have a video from Nick Fuentes? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, go back to the note.
Yeah.
In light
Nick
news,
Fuentes
I mean, not
doesn't
really.
care?
Nick Fuentes is like covering it up.
Yeah.
He's bowing out of public life. You could watch those videos if you want.
Okay, let's see on
They're
Twitter.
just short.
Let's see what this is. Let me rewind really quick. This is Nick Fuentes speaking. We must...
He said, "Show me your eggplant emoji" to a guy. And then
15-year-old sophomore.
And then the little kid went, "What's that?"
A guy.
And then Piranha went, "Oh my God, dick."
I'm a political...
This is very low. Kill that music because I got to turn this guy up.
And I want to organize a massive movement politically to take over the country. And that involves a great deal of associations. And sometimes they're not all good. It's as simple as that. If you have a problem with that, well, you try to build something. That's what I would say. Are countries and movements and things going to be ground to pieces because of bad faith attacks over sexual impropriety? If we're talking about rape and murder and things like that, okay. But when we're talking about flirting, give me a fucking break.
Right, yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, and I know that's not a good look, whatever. But that's how I feel about it, to tell you the truth. That's going to be, they think that's a silver bullet. Well, but this guy flirted with people who were 15. Yeah, and that's gross. That's fucking gross. I think anybody would say it's gross. It's gross because it's gay. It's gross because it goes against the age.
Goes against the age.
This is some great moral condemnation. Yeah, okay, fucking guy that tells everybody he converted, he's still married. Okay, guy that's talking about going to Hollywood sex parties and making jokes about sucking priest dicks. Give me a fucking break. I thought about it a lot over the weekend, while I was meditating on the agony. Other people were attacking me. But that's the same thing that Jesus went through, was mockery, ridicule, humiliation, false allegations. And you can't answer it. You can't defend it. I was moved by the fact that Pontius Pilate was impressed with Jesus' demeanor.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, well, so his Piranha admitted to any of this.
There's a couple of videos of him in that note also.
Oh, wow. Of Piranha himself?
Yeah.
Which one should I do? Bowing out of public life?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this. Piranha. Bowing out of public life. So we're going to tune into...
Oh, wait, no, go to the next one.
Next one. Okay, let's see what we got. Some videos.
It's just another guy saying he's bowing out of public life.
Yeah. Well, we haven't heard that part yet. Okay. I should just play this video?
I think so.
Okay, let's
what
see
this
that.
one is, but it might be good.
Okay, bowing out of public life, Piranha claims he's about to do. Let's hear.
In this video clip, Ali Alexander allegedly is responding to claims made that there was a 17-year-old who had accused Ali of some sort of, sexually explicit conversation with him over Periscope, something of that nature. Let's listen to Ali describe his understanding of the law, and then let's find out what the real
this is dark, I think.
says.
Have whatever conversation you want with somebody 17. You got any conversation you want.
Can we hear that? It's a little rough. He's saying you could have a conversation with whoever you want, even 17-year-olds. Okay.
You got any conversation you want with someone who's 17.
Ooh.
Hashtag no cuddles. Okay, that's going to be a thing. Hold on. Hashtag no cuddles. Lucian, we got to work up cuddling
Lucian.
to our title. All right, so I'm going to go to Lucian's scope.
Wait, Lucian, you're still hanging out with him after this?
Lucian, you're still hanging out with Piranha. Aren't you so scared?
I just said I wanted to spend the weekend with you. I don't want him to be there.
I would like to know what Lucian thinks about all this.
Well, let's see what the age of consent laws say for the United States. And here's clearly what they say. Federal law prohibits the use of any means of communication such as telephone calls or use of the internet to persuade or entice a minor under 18. So the law says 18 federally, which applies to communications over the internet. 18 when it's over the internet. Any sort of sexualized talk or sexualized conversation.
Okay, we know.
Just so that Ali Alexander understands what the law is. It's 18, not 17. We're not making any accusations. However, at minimum, it looks like Ali Alexander, as a man of over 30, at the very least, misunderstood the federal law as it applies to the appropriate age for any sort of sexualized communications.
Okay, thank you so much. Wow, so it looks like Ali is in deep, deep trouble. Now, everybody's probably wondering, how do I stand, right? Why don't you cue that music, because I want to talk about this. I want to take this thing head on. Let me just find where this could be. Is this in up next here? Or? It is. Okay. And
here, at the top.
Please. Okay. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh. Give me a second. This is very important here. Okay. So this Ali Alexander news really sucks for me because I actually just wrote him into my will. I added some pencil addendums, and I think in light of the news, my wishes are very clear. So this was found in my safe, and this is basically my will. Okay, you could show this to the camera right here. This is my will. Everything I say on this is actually here. So let's go over this really quickly. You could cut to me. To my listeners and my family, the following is a round of additions and clarifications in the event of my passing. I've created this record to provide my executors with instructions in the event of my death. It includes financial and personal information and suggestions for arrangements to make this difficult time easier for my family. It is my preference that the title and role of Redbar CEO be given to Ali Piranha Alexander. Look at this. Okay, now, if you zoom in here, it's hard to show here, but his name looks like it's underlined, but it also could be crossed out. I was very high when I was making these clarifications to my will, and so now I'm so puzzled. I don't know if I don't want him to take over for Redbar, or if I do. Let's read on. Regarding my funeral arrangements, my funeral and burial should be carried out according to the customs and practices of the Church of What's Happening Now. My preferred hymns, Say It Ain't So, In the Garage, El Scorcho, and The Humbling of Salvo Pancakes. I wish to be buried with the attached copy of Josh Denny's photograph and also some copies of Helicline's workout tapes in my right trouser pocket. I would like to change the epitaph on my headstone to Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Proverbs 12:19. I leave my head of security, Hella Mark Harley, of course, my Rogue Fitness KG competition plates. So, and that looks like it's been extra, you know, make sure Mark Harley, Hella Mark Harley gets my Rogue Fitness stuff. Regarding personal items, they should remain in a secure time capsule and be delivered to Crystalia's son, Calvin. Sincerely yours, Mike David. And then it says Jules question mark at the bottom. I don't know what that means. Again, I was very high when I was changing this, so we're going to leave that up to the audience to decide. Is this, you know, what the hell this is? Okay? This is going to be, trust me on
I guess we'll find out when you die.
I guess we'll find out. Thank you very much. Thank you all so much.